Welcome back to the BetCanada channel. I am your host, Jeff Lloyd. Now, if you go back a little bit, good friend Katie Caldwell and I were doing some bold proclamations for the 2025 NFL season. Katie will be back this week, by the way. And one of my bold proclamations for the 2025 NFL season was that the Kansas City Chiefs were not going to dominate the AFC West this year. In fact, they were not even going to win the AFC West this year. Chiefs 0-2 at the time of this recording and getting ready to play the New York Giants. But Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers are currently 3-0. Not only are they 3-0, they're 3-0 against the AFC, and most importantly, 3-0 against the AFC West. Herbert, a guy who has all the talent in the world. And last year, with first-year head coach Jim Harbaugh, had a nice run. Unfortunately, fell short in their first round of the playoffs in a loss to the Houston Texans. It was only going to fuel the fire for Harbaugh. It was only going to fuel the fire for Justin Herbert. Herbert is a legit MVP candidate here in 2025. And one of the things that's most impressive about what Herbert and the Chiefs are doing right now is that the wide receiving core is not led production-wise right now by Ladd McConkey. It is led by third-year wide receiver Quentin Johnson, who many were screaming for the Chargers to move on from after a rough rookie year. Keenan Allen has returned to the Chargers and has slipped right back in to all the success that he had for all the years while wearing the powder blues. Ladd McConkey's still producing, and that's going to be a scary thought as this season goes on for the Chargers, because Ladd McConkey was by far and away their best offensive weapon in 2024. Now they run the ball a little bit more consistently. Omarion Hampton, Najee Harris. So that Ladd McConkey breakout is coming. But most importantly, it shows that Herbert is not dependent on Ladd McConkey. If we got to run the ball, we can run the ball. If I got to go vertical to Johnson, I can go vertical to Johnson. I have a great second option to work over the middle and in those sticky third down and 5 yards to go situations. So it's not just McConkey. You don't have to account for a guy like Keenan Allen, who's been doing this for almost a decade and a half to this point. Herbert has always had all the physical tools: the height, the size, the arm, mobility if needed. Now, with the stable running game and a solid surrounding of receiving options, and led by a mind of a winner like Jim Harbaugh, you really look at this Chargers team. And for those who weren't listening to me in the summer, I think those would be believing me now. This team, and yes, Khalil Mack getting injured, and we're not sure how long he is going to be out, certainly is not something that helps this team overall. But if you're the Chargers, all of a sudden now you're in a situation where, hey, I might go out and pluck a guy. I might give up a little draft capital to go bring somebody in that I might need. Certainly could be a corner, a little lacking there. Certainly teams always look to add pass rushers. So even though Mac is slated to come back at some point, good teams that start 3-0 like the Chargers have, are always in the market for adding more talent, especially at the pass rusher position. Derwin James has been an absolute machine for this Los Angeles Chargers defense to this point. Today's game, 12 tackles, a sack. Derwin James just continues to produce year in and year out. By far, one of the more unique defensive players in the NFL. Honestly, built almost bigger than the modern day linebacker in the NFL is today, but yet can play a deep third, can play a deep half, can line up around the line of scrimmage, can blitz, can pass rush, can cover tight ends. Derwin James, absolute special talent. But this Chargers team as a whole, I just kind of felt it coming over the summer, and the way the emphasis on the running game. And this was a team that J.K. Dobbins, and they faced J.K. Dobbins today, who looked pretty good. You knew the capabilities of this Chargers running game last year. When a guy like J.K. Dobbins and all that he has been through medically got into this system and was just a force to be reckoned with, you knew if a team like the Chargers put the appropriate amount of assets into that running back position, along with Herbert under center, would do nothing but pay dividends for this team. Right now, they sit with a 2.5 game lead over the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, the Chiefs, Sunday Night Football against the New York Giants. If the Chiefs can't get this W tonight in New York, not only do I feel my proclamation was right, I'll feel like I maybe slighted my proclamation. This Kansas City Chiefs team is very good. To have a 2 game lead and possibly a 3 game lead over the Kansas City Chiefs this early in the season, the Chiefs have all the ability in the world to go run away and hide. They've already played half of their division schedule. They've already played half of it. So while these teams, the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chiefs battle it out with each other in their own personal wars of attrition, the Chiefs can set their sights on other opponents. Right now, they've got this division on lock. Face who's in front of you each and every week and find a way to get the W. Herbert was probably very underrated, even though he went high in his draft class. And it started off kind of slow a little bit, but as he just matured and got a little more confident in the personnel around him, a little more confident in just taking games over, which you saw in the fourth quarter today, down 20-13 in the Denver Broncos. Gets the ball down the field, 20-yard touchdown pass, gets him in the end zone. Chargers defense steps up, gets a stop. Herbert gets the team, drives, 5 seconds to go on the 25-yard line. Cameron Dicker lines up, game-winning field goal. Justin Herbert is not only winning over the fans in Los Angeles as the Chargers quarterback, he is winning over everyone in the football world as far as being a legit contender to be the 2025 NFL Most Valuable Player. I am Jeff Lloyd. This is the Bet Canada channel. Throw a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, throw a comment on the video, and we will talk to you all soon.